Have you ever met someone who walks into a room and instantly becomes the center of energy? Someone who seems to thrive on conversations, laughter, and constant interaction? While others may feel drained in crowded spaces, these individuals feel alive. These are extroverts, and their psychology is far more fascinating than just liking to socialize. Extroversion isn't simply about being loud or talkative. It's about where people draw their energy from. Extroverts recharge by being around others. Social interaction doesn't exhaust them, it fuels them. Imagine your brain having a battery. For introverts, that battery drains in social situations, but for extroverts, it charges. At the core of this lies brain chemistry. Research suggests that extroverts are more sensitive to dopamine, the neurotransmitter associated with reward and pleasure. When they engage in social activities, meet new people, or even take risks, their brains release dopamine more actively. This creates a natural high, making them seek out these situations again and again. That's why extroverts often enjoy excitement, novelty, and dynamic environments. But here's where it gets interesting. Extroverts aren't just social for the sake of being social. Their behavior is deeply tied to how they process the world. They tend to think out loud. While many people process thoughts internally before speaking, extroverts often discover what they think by talking. Conversations become their way of organizing ideas. So when an extrovert speaks a lot, it's not always about attention, it's often about clarity. This also explains why extroverts can appear more spontaneous. They're comfortable making decisions in real time in the presence of others. Instead of overanalyzing internally, they interact with the world as it unfolds. This gives them an advantage in fast-paced environments where quick thinking and adaptability are essential. Another key trait of extroverts is their comfort with risk. Because of their dopamine-driven reward system, they are more likely to pursue thrilling experiences. This doesn't mean all extroverts are reckless, but compared to introverts, they are generally more open to taking chances, whether it's speaking in front of a crowd, trying something new, or meeting strangers. Their brain associates these actions with positive outcomes. Extroverts also tend to have wider social networks. They are naturally inclined to initiate conversations, maintain relationships, and build connections. But it's not just about quantity, it's about accessibility. Extroverts often have a diverse group of acquaintances, making them excellent networkers. They know how to navigate social situations, read energy in a room, and adapt their behavior accordingly. However, this doesn't mean extroverts are always confident. That's a common misconception. Many extroverts may appear confident because they are expressive and outgoing, but confidence and extroversion are not the same. An extrovert can still experience self-doubt or anxiety. The difference is, they are more likely to cope by reaching out, talking it out, or engaging with others rather than withdrawing. One fascinating aspect of extroverts is their communication style. They tend to be expressive, using gestures, facial expressions, and tone variation to convey their thoughts. This makes them engaging storytellers and charismatic speakers. Their energy often draws people in, making others feel included and involved. But there's also a hidden challenge here. Because extroverts thrive on external stimulation, they may struggle with being alone for long periods. Silence or isolation can feel uncomfortable, even unsettling. This doesn't mean they can't enjoy solitude. It just means it doesn't recharge them in the same way. In some cases, extroverts may even avoid introspection, preferring action over reflection. Another subtle trait of extroverts is their tendency to seek feedback. They value reactions from others, whether it's laughter, agreement, or engagement. This feedback loop reinforces their behavior. When they tell a joke and people laugh, it strengthens their desire to continue being expressive. Social validation becomes a powerful motivator. Extroverts are also more likely to be influenced by their environment. Because they are outward-focused, they pick up on social cues, group dynamics, and emotional energy more quickly. This can make them highly adaptable, but it can also mean they are more susceptible to peer pressure or external opinions. In leadership roles, extroverts often shine. Their ability to communicate clearly, motivate others, and create a sense of enthusiasm can inspire teams. They are comfortable taking charge, speaking publicly, and making decisions in collaborative settings. However, studies have shown that the most effective leaders are not always the loudest ones. Sometimes a balance between extroversion and listening is what truly creates impact. Interestingly, extroversion exists on a spectrum. Very few people are purely extroverted or purely introverted. Most people fall somewhere in between, a mix of both traits. This is known as ambiversion. Even the most outgoing extrovert may need moments of quiet, and even the most introverted person can enjoy social interaction under the right circumstances. Culturally, extroversion is often celebrated. Society tends to reward those who speak up, network, and present themselves confidently. From classrooms to workplaces, extroverted behaviors are frequently associated with success. But this can sometimes create pressure for people to act more extroverted than they naturally are. For extroverts themselves, there can be an unspoken expectation to always be on, to always be energetic, social, and engaging. This can be exhausting in its own way. Just because someone is extroverted doesn't mean they don't have moments of low energy or a need for rest. The difference is simply how they recover. Relationships also look different for extroverts. They tend to express affection openly, enjoy shared activities, and prioritize spending time together. Communication is key for them. They prefer talking through issues rather than keeping things inside. This openness can strengthen relationships, but it can also lead to conflicts if others need more space or quiet. One of the most powerful strengths of extroverts is their ability to bring people together. They often act as social bridges, connecting different groups, initiating plans, and creating a sense of community. In many ways, they are the spark that turns individual people into a collective experience. But perhaps the most important thing to understand is this. Extroversion is not about being better or worse than introversion. It's simply a different way of interacting with the world. Both have their strengths, both have their challenges, and both are essential. So the next time you see someone who seems to light up a room, remember, there's a deeper psychology at play. It's not just personality, it's brain chemistry, behavior patterns, and a unique way of experiencing life. And if you're an extrovert yourself, you might recognize these traits within you. The love for connection, the energy from people, the constant desire to engage with the world around you. Because for extroverts, life isn't just something to observe. It's something to actively experience, share, and amplify. And maybe that's what makes them so captivating. They don't just live in the moment, they expand it. Before you leave, here's something interesting. If this video made you think even a little differently, that's your brain craving more insight. So go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe, because this channel is all about understanding the hidden psychology behind human behavior. Drop a comment below and tell me what you think, or suggest a topic. Your curiosity might shape the next video. And share this with someone who loves understanding people, or maybe someone who needs to understand themselves a little better. Now click on the next video on your screen. Your mind will thank you for it.